Hello students, welcome to LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Here myself Mr. Jaiswal Kishan, Civil Engineering Department, and we are learning all about structural analysis. Now today we will be considering one more sum. Let's start. So here a train of load shown in figure crosses a simply supported girder of span 18 meter from left to right. Calculate maximum shear force and bending moment. Now here you can see it is the similar loading, similar length of the girder. Now here in this sum, the change is that here the section is not given and we have been asked to find out maximum shear force and bending moment. Now without section, how to find this shear force and bending moment? This little different from the previous sum. Let's see. Now here for maximum positive shear force at maximum RA. Try last load at A and roll left. Means here I have took this 15 kilonewton at A and rolled towards left. Before that, now how we can find this maximum shear force? We will be using the formula of RA and RB and we will be drawing the diagram, ILD diagram for RA and RB, and on that we will be putting this all loads and then we will be finding out our maximum shear force and bending moment value. So try last load 15 kilonewton at A, putting at this at A and roll it towards left. So for that our D is 1.5. Now here you can see the formula is way more similar to the previous sum, that del V is equals to W into D upon L minus W1 plus P. Now W is 47 we know, L 18, D is the next distance of our load, means we have used this 15 as a critical, so the next loading distance till there is 1.5. So this we know. Now what is my W1? Here W1 is nothing but our 15. And what will be P? Now look, first we have tried out 15. And if comes the value of positive, then we will use this 10. So 15 will become P and 10 will become W1 in next case. But right now 15 is my W1 and P is 0 because in front of that there is no load. The first load is 15 only. So after using this 15 as a critical load, my value is coming in negative. But if in case it comes as a positive, then we will have to try the second load. So our W1 will be becoming that 10 kilonewton and that P becomes that 15. So likewise we will be summing up the values of load which will be getting out of the girder. So this formula says that. But by using that 15 kilonewton only, we got that it is coming in negative. So it has been critical load. It can't be rolled out towards left of A. We have to just put on the A. So maximum positive shear force will be decreased. Hence positive shear force will only occur when W load is just right to A. Means this load should be just right or at A. So look, this is a diagram of RA. The formula for RA equals to L minus Y upon L, and we know that Y is a varied function, means it varies from 0 to 18, means 0 to L. So here Y is 0, so L by L, then 1, Y is 1, so L minus 1 is 18 minus 1 is 17 by 18, then 16 by 18, 15 by 18 and go on to 18 minus 18 by 18 equals to 0. So we can draw the diagram for RA. It is just sums which we did in starting of this chapter. Now we have seen that 15 is my critical load, so we will be putting this 15 on the first ordinate of RA, which is 1, and the rest of the ordinate we can find out that this distance is 1.5. So now here we can use relation also, but we can use formula also, means L is 18 minus 1.5 is nothing but 16.5. So 16.5 upon 18 will be giving me this ordinate. Similarly for 12 we can find out ordinate, and for 10 also we can find out ordinate, or either you can use the relation also, that for 14 it is 1, so for this it is how much. So after getting this all ordinates, we can find out the maximum shear force by multiplying this. Till now our maximum shear force has been came or not. This is my shear force is maximum or not, has not been got yet. We will be do one more, which is of RB. The process we did for RA, we will be doing for RB, means now I will be putting my entire load on the right hand side at point B, because our peak of RB is coming at point B point. So I will trying this 10 kilonewton by keeping it over here and try to roll out towards right hand side. So after keeping in the formula, it has got that it is negative 6.083. So we can't roll out this 10 kilonewton outside of B girder. So we have to put it at the B point or just left of the B. It has been written just left of the B. So for that, before that, we will be drawing this ILD for RB with the help of Y by L formula. So 0 by L, 1 by L, 2 by L, 3 by L, 4 by L up to 18 by L. 18 by 18 is 1. And rest of the ordinate for the required loading we can find out with the relation. So after finding that, we will be finding maximum shear force again, because RA is also in positive and RB is also in positive. So we will be getting two positive shear force value, and from that the maximum value will be our maximum shear force. Here our maximum shear force is coming 39.89. For RA it has one coming 41.06. So we can easily know that this is our maximum shear force and not this one. But in exam we have to find both the value. Now look, till before this sum we were having the section, but in this sum the section has not been specified, so we are doing for the entire beam. So not for the particular section, we are doing for the entire beam. So our entire beam calculation will be by putting on the left hand side of the entire loading and multiplied with the ordinates of RA. We got one shear force, and after that we have put this entire loading on the right hand side and then multiplied with the ordinates of RB to get again a maximum shear force. After getting that both the shear force, we know that our 41 value is higher than this 39.89. Now after finding shear force, we will be moving towards maximum bending moment. Now to find out maximum bending moment, it is little typical to find where the loading should be. So here it has been written that for maximum bending moment, center of the span should be midway between the CG of load. Again, for maximum bending moment, our span, which is of 18 meter, its center is 9 meter. So center of the span should be midway between the CG of the loads. So what are my loads? Which are this 15 kilonewton, 10 kilonewton, 12 kilonewton and 10 kilonewton. The CG of this loading and CG of or midway of the span should be coincide. And the load under consideration means which we have considered our load. Let's see how. Y bar is a distance of CG of the load from 15 kilonewton. Now here you can see. Now here you have to make an attention because it is little typical. Now look here, it is our 15 kilonewton load. Here it is 10 kilonewton, 12 kilonewton and 10 kilonewton. The respective distance were 1.5, the entire is 2 and this is my 1.5. Now I have assumed one W line which says that this is a CG of the load. CG of the load means if left side is my 10 kilonewton load, if right side is my 10 kilonewton load and center of that is my CG of loading, means equal loads should be there between the number of loads. So I have assumed that this W line is my CG of the loading of this all four loads. Now with the visuals, you can note that 15 and 10 is maximum, then 12 and 10. 12 and 10 comes to 22 and 15 and 10 is 25. So this CG will be shifted towards left hand side of the center, means it will be towards this two load. So let's see how and what is my distance. So I have assumed that Y bar is the distance of CG from 15 kilonewton, means this loading, and from there the CG is my Y bar. Now we will be finding out that Y bar. So we know that our W is 47. So 47 multiplied by Y bar, 47 multiplied by Y bar equals to 10 multiplied by this 10 multiplied by 1.5 plus 12 multiplied by this 3.5 plus 10 multiplied by 5, means I have taken moment over this point, this 15 kilonewton. So what I have done, this W, to find out this CG, I have done 47 into Y bar, means the entire loading into this Y bar, equals to 10 multiplied by 1.5, 12 multiplied by this 3.5 and this 10 multiplied by 5. After getting that, after solving this, I will be getting my Y bar. So this is my Y bar. CG of the load has been came is 2.27. Now what I have to put? I have to put the load under consideration. So first I will try this 10 kilonewton as my critical load. Try 10 kilonewton load as distance between this W and this 10. So the distance, remaining distance, means this is my Y bar. So Y bar minus 1.5. So 2.27 minus 1.5 is 0.77. So the distance between critical load and CG of the load is this much, which is coming out to be D. D will be considered as 0.77. Now D by 2 is nothing but 0.39. Where this D by 2 will be using, let me show you. Now I would like to repeat it again. For maximum bending moment, center of the span should be midway, means this center of the span, which is of 9 meter and 9 meter, should be midway between two things: CG of the load system, which is my W, and load under consideration, which is my 10. Means our CG should be in between to these two. This is my D. So half of D is 0.39. So it should be in between. So look, this is my green one is my D, which is 0.77, and half of that it is 0.39 and 0.39. So I have placed the entire loading CG, and midway of this will be CG should midway of the CG of the loading system and load under consideration, means this is my CG, this one, and this is my load under consideration. So this should be my point. So this C is 0.39 away from 10. So 9 minus 0.39, I will be getting my 8.61. Now this 8.61 is nothing but my X, and where we will be using this X? In the formula of Mx, X into L minus X upon L. How this X came, I would like to repeat. Look, this C is over here, midway of D, and this 10 kilonewton is just 0.39 to 9, means it is 9 minus 0.39, which is 8.67. That is my new section of the entire beam to get the maximum bending moment. So X is my 8.6, L is my 18. After that, with the help of formula, I can find out this 4.49, and that 4.49 is for 10 kilonewton load, and the remaining value will be multiplied with the remaining ordinates. So this 15 is an ordinate for 7.11. So for 8.6 it is 4.49, and for 7.11 it is how much? It is this much. Now look, this CG will be 9.33 times from right hand side. So for 9.33 it is 4.49. So for 7.33 it is how much? Why 7.33? Because this is at 9.33 and this distance is 2 meter. So 9.33 minus 2 meter is 7.33. 9.33 minus 2 plus 1.5 means 3.5. 9.33 minus 3.5 is 5.88. So for that we will be finding out ordinates, and after multiplying it I will be getting my maximum moment. So this is little tricky and little little tough also to find the maximum bending moment for the entire beam. Now look, if we had tried that 12 kN load, now here I have used this 12 kN, and if suppose I have tried this 12 kN as my critical one and then repeat the same process, so I got my maximum positive moment was 168.73. Now here earlier it was coming 171, means I choose the correct one. I just say that wherever the maximum loading, consider that as a critical load. So that's why I have considered 10. So we will be getting maximum moment. Let's have a quick revision that we first did for RA, then for RB, and then find out this moment values.